Okay. So, time to begin. So before what ended up happening last time, we had gotten to bludgeon.
Yes.
Yeah, bludgeon.
As far as we got.
Okay. Good then. So bludgeon, I think we discussed, ends up looking like it's gonna pretty much just be Tarn, but bludgeon colors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next up would be Brawn.
Okay, yeah, I remember this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And due to how he transforms, apparently he can make his super long legs from his original figure. I can't wait for them to make Outback, because I prefer how Outback's color scheme looks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have Brawn. We have the core class sized Dark of the Moon Bumblebee, which is basically just that Laserbeak figure, but yellow now with a different head.
Right.
More for Cybertron Cliffjumper. Please, Studio Series move into Transformers Prime. I want the Transformers Prime version of Cliffjumper. I actually like how that one looks. Not necessarily the War for Cybertron body. That you were saying before I accidentally cut you off.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Sorry about that.
Fine.
Yeah. We have Detrius.
No. Don't have an official figure though, so I can't say anything about him.
Yeah. Though I will say, given how he ends up, given that his original toy had been a recolor of Hound, I suspect that it technically means we'll see a new Earth mode Hound.
Maybe.
It had switched over on me accidentally. Dreadwing. Probably from the Skyquake mold that I don't like. Unfortunately. War for Cybertron Megatron.
Not sure how I feel about the design of this thing.
Yeah. The War for Cybertron games are fun. I don't necessarily know that their designs are necessarily that great, in my opinion. I do somewhat prefer their Cybertronian vehicle modes just by looking like Cybertronian, like alien vehicles instead of just futuristic versions of Earth vehicles. Though the original show's one episode ended, its first episode had better Cybertronian vehicles than this even did.
Oh yeah.
Floating hover tank.
It looks more like a spider tank. How it's like.
Yeah, I know that in the game it does indeed hover.
I mean, look at it, dude. Look at the front of it. Looks like a bunch of pinchers.
Kinda does.
Spidertron. Let's do whatever he's on.
Minor Megatron and Senator Ratbat.
Ooh. I like the design of those.
Yeah. So, apparently, in the 2005 comics, before Ratbat became the Ratbat we know, he actually was a senator and he looked like this. Where he was a normal-sized guy.
Now, was Ratbat one of the Soundwave's cassette?
Yep.
Cassette-con? Okay.
Cassette tapes, yeah. I'm trying to remember what they're referred to, what their proper name is. Then again, that name has always kept changing, so... Yeah. Yeah. Rise of the Beasts Optimus.
Looks like he's made out of Legos.
Kinda does. Kinda does.
You can't look at it and say that it doesn't look like made out of Legos. I mean, look at the quality of the plastic, the colors, and everything. It makes it look straight up like Legos.
You know something interesting? I'm pretty sure this at least has some aspects of the old Bumblebee Studio Series figure.
Oh, really?
For Optimus. But I think it ended up, I think that one, if I remember correctly from what images I had seen, that one actually gathered together better. And didn't look as flat out plasticky. Rise of the Beasts Rhinox.
Oh. Yeah, finally get a glimpse of their robot. Or at least one of them.
I think now we've actually seen a glimpse of most of the beasts we know about's robot modes from some form or another.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rhino mode. It looks more like a rhino that put on metal armor than a rhino. Just a rhino.
Yeah, and he has like a 6th missile turret on his back.
That has a giant post sticking out of it because it's a hammer. In the other mode. Senator Shockwave and Orion Pax.
That's what the Shockwave used to look like.
Yes, that is actually what Shockwave used to look like according to the 2005 comics. Apparently he changed his colors around a lot, but then he ended up falling victim to a process, I believe it's called Emperata, where they take the head and hands of the person and attempt to remove all personality.
Oh. Damn.
Yeah. Mind you, Shockwave still has some personality. He's just highly logical, and he seems to have replaced one of his hands back.
Yeah, the show was never consistent about it. Like, is it the right hand or the left hand?
But yeah. Admittedly, his alt mode just looks kind of fun, kind of silly.
Kind of looks like old, like the Seeker's Cybertronian vehicle modes with like jet engines on the side.
He is literally the Siege mold modified.
Yeah.
But it has like it has kind of like those jet engines. I just noticed it has these tiny little wings.
I didn't notice that until you like pointed it out.
The Siege mold already had the problem of that the entire robot basically was just sitting on the bottom of the Tetrajet, and now you add these tiny little wings that forces you to draw attention to the bottom.
Good little tiny.
I didn't notice those until just now. A character called Shadow Striker.
Is she from the animated Transformers series?
She's actually from Cyberverse.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Also, I just realized the redundant statement of animated series and all animated.
Yeah, there's only... Yeah, that does make the one thing of the show literally called Transformers Animated be somewhat difficult to just be like, hey, is that the animated continuity?
Yeah. It's like, of course, they're all animated, bro. I want to say... Take a...
I'm trying to remember off the top of my head which one, because I think it's...
Was it?
Hang on, I can quickly cheat and use my thing. Snarl. That was going to be my guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. First I was going to say...
The last
I was going to say, yes, Sludge, but then I realized, no.
Yeah, Sludge is the Brontosaurus. But yeah, the last of the small Dinobot figures, Snarl, shall be. Let's see. Next would be Strong Arm.
Say again?
Next would be Strong Arm. If I'm remembering the name correctly, I will double check. Yeah, Strong Arm.
Okay.
Originating from the 2015 Robots in Disguise show. Of which, interesting thing, there's a Robots in Disguise show from 2001 and there's one from 2015.
Oh, yeah. It does make confusing, doesn't it?
Yeah. How they look is vastly different.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, just going off of names. That's a similar case of redundancy of the name. And then the last thing that we were told, but we didn't really get any images of, Trash Master.
Evo Fusion.
Yeah, Evo Fusion is basically Legacy Evolution's line-wide gimmick of take two weapons or something or other and combine them together. So
seems it.
The Trash Master. I know I saw seemingly prototype images of what appeared to be a garbage truck Junkion, and apparently this is supposed to be Voyager-sized Junkion. So yeah,
the biggest Junkion figure there is.
Wreck-Gar and Junkyard are Voyager class. But he probably will be the beefiest, therefore. Or bulkiest, whichever works best. Because Wreck-Gar and Junkyard both turn into motorcycles. They're not going to have all the bulk of what seemingly looked like a garbage truck. Which interesting thing I would like to know. The Transformers animated show, its version of Wreck-Gar actually turned into a garbage truck.
Oh, really?
I wonder if it'll have some design cue elements of him.
Maybe.
Yeah, we don't have any other reveals from this.
Alright.
Yeah,
let's go over favorites.
Yeah, so let's see. In terms of favorites, what's here? I'm going to have to say I will probably go with Detrius. It would be Dreadwing, but he's gonna use the stupid mold I hate. So I'm going to say Detrius.
Okay.
You?
Favorite would probably be like that minor Megatron, in all honesty.
Makes sense.
He turns into a drill and he carries a pickaxe. Be fitting for the character since he always likes to carry a side weapon on his arm. Or even in his hand.
Yeah. What about least favorite? I'm going to go ahead and bar myself from this one just because I know I would already select him if I were going to do a side, if I were to forcibly remove him from my selection.
Yeah, so.
I'm gonna say probably to a degree Shockwave, just because of how silly his alt mode looks. I don't necessarily mind that he looks like Ultra Magnus, but with his color scheme, but his alt mode just looks hilariously silly.
Yeah. May have to agree with you on that one.
Especially once I spotted those tiny little wings. I mean, I already thought it looked kind of like a flying brick, but add the tiny little wings and it looks even worse than that.
Yeah.
Because it makes it look like you actually were trying to make it look somewhat aerodynamic, when it clearly has nothing aerodynamic about it.
Yeah. It's like when they were finished with the figure itself, they were like, oh crap, we need to make it look like it's aerodynamic. We don't have enough money, boss. And just stick just tape a few tiny wings on the sides.
I mean, I know some people have said with G-Axis that he had ended up looking kind of like he was a flying brick with wings, I'm gonna see if I can quickly grab a picture for that and see if I can't get it to show up. But this is not nearly the same level, I would say, because that at least looks relatively somewhat like a jet. Let's see if I can find it in here, if it ended up showing up from me inserting it in. No, looks like no. Okay, fine. Oh, there it was. The G-Axis figure of Legacy that's been out for a while. You can see how people have been like, that looks like a brick with tiny wings.
Because like the entire body of the plane is like disproportionate to the wings.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that like the wings should be bigger than the body. Yeah, but
yeah, they should in theory be bigger. Admittedly, they were working off of a vehicle mode and robot from the old Generation 2 comics that never had a figure before. Well, never had a figure directly based off of that until now.
Oh.
So I can kind of see how it would get a bit weird, considering his whole thing is Generation 2. And it definitely got weird, and he didn't exist as an actual physical thing. They would have to figure out how it'd work. So that makes sense. Admittedly, with Shockwave, I don't think he ever showed a vehicle mode. Just a little bit of a little bit of flight kibble. But still, this at least, admittedly, the weapon is in that picture attached underneath, right underneath the nose cone, but the nose cone is here. It actually has a jet-like nose cone and looks otherwise roughly aerodynamic. At least it's trying to be aerodynamic, even though it's kind of a brick with wings. This is just a brick with wings.
Yeah. It's just straight up brick.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's at least trying to be aerodynamic. This is just a brick with wings.
Yeah, like the only one they actually put a lot of effort in. This one, however, not so much.
Yeah. Yeah. I will be excited to see if Trashmaster actually looks like a Junkion in terms of colors.
Yeah, that would be interesting to see.
Because I think I saw people are, at least at the moment, assuming he's going to be assuming that he's going to be a Autobot. I don't know how many they're going to make Decepticon ones, because admittedly that was them trying something with that figure. Axel Grease, I think the name was. I'm trying to remember. Whatever the one that was a Junkion on the Decepticon side. They were they had tried something with that. Axel Grease. The dark blue and purple one. I do wonder if they're gonna leave it. I do wonder if they're gonna ever make another Junkion Decepticon. But admittedly, personally, I would prefer standard Junkion style coloring. Just because, again, that is something where I'm always gonna kind of be like, I get what they were kind of going for there, but also they're supposed to look like rusty and dilapidated, not cleaned up and nice looking.
I mean, they're called Junkions for a reason.
Yeah.
Not because they're mostly made out of junk, but they look like junk.
Yeah. 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 That's pretty much all that's fair. I can